Hello, it's March 31st, 2020, and we're at the kitchen at 224 Center Street in New York.
So this is Katerina Libberovskaya and Fil Ниблок in New York, where they've just announced that the quarantine is continuing until the end of April. So that's going to be one more month. So you ask, what are our recipes for immersing into the meditative? Phil, I think for you it's been listening to music, no?
Well, I don't know that I meditate, I just listen to music. But I'm listening to both music that's recorded by other people, but I'm also listening to music that I make myself. And there are several projects. I'm making some new pieces in Pro Tools, and I'm playing those back fairly often. And also there's a series of pieces on one scored piece called Exploratory, which will end up being a 4 or 5 CD box recorded by many different groups around the world. And so I'm getting those things in all the time. So I'm listening to those versions of that one piece.
But they didn't talk about meditating. They're talking about reaching the meditative state. So
I meditate by working.
Well, yes, which I must say, here our atmosphere in our work presentation loft has been kind of very much as it usually is, except that we're not having any visitors over because it's basically banned. So it's just the two of us, but working along as usual. Same here, work on a lot of video projects is also one of my ways of reaching meditative states. But also I usually do Qigong every day, but I've been doing more Qigong. If usually I do 20 minutes, now I do probably an hour, often several times a day, because the Qigong builds up both physical energy and mental energy, so it's a good thing to develop when there's a pandemic going on. And part of the Qigong exercises is sort of meditating, or in any case looking for inner peace. And otherwise we're cooking probably much more elaborate meals than we usually do. Anything else?
No, I'm satisfied with that myself. Working away. I'm also working on a bunch of projects, mostly with wood and stuff, making little cabinets or sawing wood. I've just ordered a new table saw, etc. So.
And we've also spent some time on putting, well, only 2. We managed to put 2 of our programs online because when the quarantine started, it was the beginning of the EI March concert series. And so we had to stop it in the middle. And some of the programs that were going to take place that we had to cancel were video and screening programs, so we put those online, and you can still find them online now at www.experimentalintermedia.org.
Thank you.
Warm regards from New York.